Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long time since I've been here. My name is Sundar Kronquist. I'm the host of this wonderful Manic Monday, a very special night. Why? Because you guys are here. Let's give it up for Jason Ham, your producer, that's here for you and is going to make all of us stars because we're going to get him involved in everything possible. But the LA School of Comedy, that's all I do, by the way. I keep sending him other places, okay? I got a job here, got a job there, and then I wonder why my stuff's not done, okay? The man's like, you done giving me something to do. Cece, let's give it up for the one and only Cece, who definitely does the social media properly. We need social media. I want to thank you. I have every Italian contacting me since the Wise Guy show. Not Wise Guy, I'm sorry. Can't say that.
Welcome to the family.
I got something for you, though. I got something for you. It's called Welcome to the Family. And it was very interesting when you work with somebody named Johnny Porkchops. Yeah, you just start thinking to yourself, is it come back to this? You know, but you know, that's the beauty of comedy. Comedy is everywhere and for everybody. And so if you guys are watching and if people tell you you're funny, you probably are, but you won't know until you take it from the page to the stage. And yes, true, that's true, that's true. And hello, Samantha Linderman, if you're watching. She's our comedy concierge. She's not feeling well. Somehow she caught a cold from my baby toe across the country. They lost my luggage. And I would have had a perfect day. I'm not going to go into anything because I never do any time. And that's the reason for this room. Let me go into that real quick. The reason for this room is that you guys get up and you don't have somebody doing 20 minutes in between because that's oh, I really hate when an MC says to me, I have to clean their palate. Then doing your own HBO special somewhere. But how many minutes can you do to clean a palate? You know what I mean? Like, now you're boring me. I know. Cece always wants me to do real stuff. Because, you know what she tells me? Why don't you just do the real stuff that happens to you? I can't. I got into a fight with my daughter today before I had to leave the house. I was so mad because I'm leaving the house and she goes, oh, by the way, when I have a show, I don't want you ever to rush me again. You got to go somewhere where you don't get rushed. I mean, I'm just saying. And let me tell you this all. She had a show, and it's her birthday. And we have in the car from Jersey, I get a buttercream cake, and you know, we just can't sit there, and they might break into the car. And I have balloons, and I have flowers. I want this bitch out the house. So I could surprise her, you know what I'm saying? And she surprised me at her show, because she had a burlesque dancer who had nothing on but tassels and a little G-string, and she was like, Mom, I thought you think this was special. I was like, yeah, it's pretty special. When the drag queen came up, that wasn't a problem. It was the hair on the arms, okay? If you're going to go, you got to go drag right out. But it was a fantastic show. And I mean, here's one thing you got to be careful. It's like with comedy when you have the mic. She said she didn't expect this because she had to do 2 hours, I mean, nonstop, just boom, banging it out. And when she did Tina Marie, she said, everybody get up. She said, everybody got up. I said, what do you think? Everybody was like, yeah. She was like, but she did it. She killed. And I just want to say, don't have a fight with your family before you leave. I just want to say that because I didn't know my husband was on a Zoom call, okay? And I'm on with some T-shirt all torn up in Puerto Rico me encanta, and my hair is all wild. And I didn't know, and he didn't know I was behind him, so I thought I could sneak the charger until somebody on the screen was like, is that your cleaning lady? Like, you let your cleaning lady in the house like that? And he was so mad at me today, but that's okay. He'll love me again. And I love me again because this is the joy of comedy. I want you all to know this is a performing art, as you all know. And I'm going to start off with the person that makes the social media possible. And I'm going to have one of those waters too, Jason, while you're at it. Why? Because I don't have any luggage. I'm trying to be cool about this, by the way. I'm trying to be cool about this, but I can't be cool. But I'm going to wait till you're finished. And remember, guys, if you want to go to the bathroom or do anything, just do it when I'm on stage, please. And I want to introduce to you the queen of the East Coast. Let's give it up for the one and only Cece. Let's do it. Are they gorgeous?
They're pretty.
Wow, I had to go so far.
What happened with the luggage? That's crazy.
Oh,
That's not nice. What? I got my water in a mason jar today, so I feel like my life's kind of all together.
cool.
You know what I mean? That's the perfect thing. That's the best thing ever. You finish this jar of sauce. That's amazing. How's everybody doing today? How's it going? Woo! Eclipse season. We were just talking about that before. Is it? Do you feel affected by it at all? The eclipse still?
My husband's been fucked up.
Okay. I've been fucked up with that too. But yeah, I got a few things here. All right. How do we feel about the French language, guys? Hey, Colin, what's up? I feel like French is like the annoying white person language. You know what I mean? Like Spanish isn't like that. When I was in high school, I really wanted to take Spanish. My dad said that wasn't an elevated language. Had to take French. God, basically a C every year in French because I couldn't. And now, I can't really use it because Spanish would have been way more useful. But yeah, you know that one friend that your parents believe when they say things to them, right? So you'll say something to your parents for years and years and years, and they don't take any account of it. But then when your friend says it, they start to believe it. So my friend, he's like, I'm a good driver. I'm the best driver around. He drives a Subaru, right? He is a really safe driver. Yesterday, we're going to the Renaissance Fair, and he starts driving my car, which is a Honda Accord 2000. And suddenly, he's not as good of a driver, and that's no offense to him at all. But he starts to realize, oh, this might be why you drive the way you do, Cece. And yeah, once he tells my parents about that, I think maybe they'll consider a new car once he tells them the whole situation of not being able to see with the fog lights, and then you gotta put your brights on, but then you get flashed at, but the only way you can see is if you have your brights on. And I don't know if any of you guys have a radio transmitter too, if you've ever had that, if you never had Bluetooth, that really humbles a person, and it makes you really, appreciative for things because you're not gonna hear any music. Had one station just sounded like a bunch of farts the whole time, but that was still music. You know what I mean? There's nothing like stalking and bullying a high school bully from the comfort of your own home. You know what I mean? Yeah, just going on their Instagram and looking at a few things and just making fun of them. You gotta bully them back. It's the best part of life. So yeah, I went to this Renaissance Fair yesterday. Super fun, super interesting vibes. If you like boobs, it's a great place to be. Everybody's wearing corsets. There's hanga changa everywhere. You know what I mean? That's my impression of a cartoon where they see like big boobies and like, whoa, gaga waga waga booga baga bee. Yeah, that's when they see big boobs. Yeah. This is my dinner tonight. This is my girl dinner. 2 Sun-made raisin boxes. I won't eat them here, Sunda. But this is girl dinner. Speaking of girl dinner, I have I don't know if it's a date or just plans with this girl this week, and we're gonna be making dinner together. And we're watching a movie. So anyone has like an idea of like a good movie to watch for that question mark situation, right? Or a good dinner to make? Let me know. Let me know, because I gotta make a good girl dinner, Oh, you know how some people are like cool and like they're funny, they're good looking, and it's like they have everything, and like if only they had a good personality, that they would be taking on the world if only they had a really nice understanding of the world and how to treat people. But yeah, I feel like my dog, guys. I have this little Wheaton Terrier poodle mix. She's the best ever in the world. She's a Leo. She's the star of the show. I feel like she's going to get signed to CAA before me. And I don't know if there's anything I can do about it. I don't even know if I'm mad. You know what I mean? Like, if my dog becomes famous in this life, I think I don't need to at that point. I want that for her, Like, I'm doing all this so one day I can go to one of those really nice dog hotels and get her, like, the, like, experience. Like, the really nice, like, dog hotel room. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but it's like crazy in a dog hotel. Like, they're charging hundreds per night, and there's this one like really special room that has like little TVs for the dogs and like a huge like king sofa for the dogs, and you can even like FaceTime them like a few times a day. So I want to get her that luxury experience. So that's why I'm doing all that. Speaking of dogs, huskies are hot, right, guys? Not in like a weird way, but in a like, you know what I mean. I'm not gonna put you under the bus, really. You know what I mean? No, but they're good. They're just like pretty dogs. They're good looking. That. Yeah. Some people will say that's a weird thing to say. Some people will be like, I know what you mean. It's polarizing. Speaking of high school bullies, too. I have some trying to slide into my DMs right now, which is really interesting. And I think it's because they think I still, feel like how I did in high school. And it's like, now I love myself, okay? You can't come at me with that right now because I love myself too much, Evan. Like, get the fuck out of my DMs. But being horny with standards is really difficult. Like, I think I'm doing God's work a little bit. You know what I mean? Because it's like I could, but I love myself. And there's not really anybody I want it with. And I feel like God is kind of like a freak low key, because I feel like that whole like waiting till marriage thing is kind of like edging, you know what I mean? And like Jesus like knew what he was doing. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. And I'm also just thinking. I think I am like a born again virgin. I do think that's happening. I don't want to give the goods away again. You know what I mean? Like you do that too soon. Someone doesn't deserve it. Like put a ring on it. People are scared to leave LA, because they don't want to go home. They don't want to like lose their motivation or their momentum or whatever. I'm scared to leave LA and go home for a little bit just because I'm afraid I might get more autistic. You know what I mean? Like living with my dad and my mom, it's kind of like more normalized there. And then I don't know. I already feel pretty autistic on the spectrum, so I don't know. If this was just, I thought about this one from Patty's hat, but if you've worn a fedora in your life, like I trust you. You know what I mean? Like you weren't a mean person. You're not a mean person at your core. If you've worn a fedora once in your life, I had my like signature white one and my pink little fingerless gloves in 6th grade. So I really stand with the fedora community. And finally, my friends were making fun of me, okay? And they said that the music that I like, the type of music I like, is adventure music, which I don't know how to take that, okay? Because I like the script. I like Fall Out Boy, Imagine Dragons, And I guess I'm starting to realize what they mean by adventure music. You're just like, you're going on a quest, or like you're overcoming the difficulties on the quest. Sorry, I like Imagine Dragons, right? Like their stuff is really, really good. I can't help myself. But yeah, I am Cece Treza. You can find me on Treza on Instagram or on Spotify. Thank you so much, Sunda. It's good to have you back.
Good to be back. Hey. Give us the names of those meals, not for now, but the next time, like if you were Italian, right? Buchaka Bazul.
Are any Italian meals that are gluten-free and vegan?
Italian meals, gluten-free and vegan. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Barilla's has a new pasta that is gluten-free because we just want to get her water. Somebody. Water? Yeah. I'm gonna get my dollar. Listen, you better. Oh yeah. I'm kidding. Look, we just got to get through this. I go off of the camera because that's professional. But you know what? I know I move faster than everybody. At least I tell myself. Catch. No, I'm kidding. Baby. Sorry. So much. I know that. So we're back. Come on in. Who's coming in? Where'd you want to sit? Because I didn't want you to sit at the teacher's desk, but you don't mind sitting there? Okay, for the next person who's late, I thought they could sit there. I'm kidding. Not that you were late. I never said that.
Oh, I don't see it.
See what?
The light?
Is there a light that comes on?
I give you from my phone. Yeah, so I'll give you a flash when you have 2 minutes left, and then when you have 30 seconds, I'll give you a flash.
Welcome to my studio where I haven't been for about a month, okay? Okay? So I'm so glad to know. Well, you know what it is. I can't put tape on the piano. I have to tell you something. I've been through a lot in this room. I'm going to tell you, this room, you've seen nothing. Patty will tell you how much drama can happen in this room. You can tell who's Irish when there's a fight, and they don't even know what the fight's about. Patty jumped over Shannon's head to see who was breaking in my car. That's a real man. Or a real Irishman. I saw your people in Liverpool, I can tell you that. But I want to bring up somebody I haven't seen for a minute because, he dropped by. And so when he drops by, he's got to come up. So let's go up. Colin, let's do this. Oh, stop it. My God. I love when they say I didn't know I was going up. So she'll give you the light at 8.
All right. Hi.
Hey.
I wasn't mentally prepared. CC, my second language is French. And I'll tell you this, I've been speaking French for over 7 years. It turns out really all I needed was the accent. I didn't need to do the whole language. The only thing that is important is that you sound like this. It is very sexy. You can go to the bar and tell everybody that you speak French and they will believe you. They will not question your French accent. It's kind of like with a motorcycle. You don't need the motorcycle. You just need the helmet. That's really all that is. No, I like this is true. When I was first learning French, I learned the Pledge of Allegiance in French. My French teacher taught us that. Je promets de la fidélité au drapeau des États-Unis d'Amérique et de la République qui les représente une nation sur l'état de les deux, indivisible avec la liberté et la justice pour tous. And that was the only phrase that I could say quickly and fluently. And so when I would like talk to a girl, I was in high school, but I'd like, flirt here and there. And some girls were taking Spanish or whatever, and I'd be like, oh, I'm taking French. Be like, oh my God, tell me something in French. Je promets de la fidélité au drapeau des États-Unis d'Amérique. She's, oh my God, what did you say? Your eyes are as blue as the ocean. Your smile is as radiant as the sun. Oh my God, good times. So I've been seeing these really weird billboards lately in Los Angeles. I saw the craziest billboard I think I've ever seen in my entire life on the 110, and it was for sexual harassment victims, and it said, have you been sexually harassed? Call 1-800-FU-BULLY. Fuck you, bully. We're going to bring sex back into this? That's such a weird choice of F you, bully. Fuck off. Fuck you, bully. I'm going to, who wants to fuck their, that's such a weird, and also, that feels like if there was a billboard for burn victims and it said, call our hotline. That's what that feels like. That feels like if you had a billboard for people who've been wrongfully amputated by their surgeon and it said, call 1-800-CUT-IT-OUT. That's what that feels like. It's also such a weird choice of word. It's like bully. Like bully. I don't think of a sexual harasser as a bully. Like a high school bully, a little elementary school. Ha ha, I got your tit. Like, that's such a weird, give me your lunch money or I'll show you my cock. Like, what? That's such a... What, are you going to cry? You going to cry? Yes, I'm going to cry. That's a terrible experience. It's very sad. Yeah, I think we have weird billboards here in Los Angeles. I've been on the dating apps. I've been dating, and sometimes I get bored on the dating apps, and sometimes I'll go in the past and I'll like swipe through people I haven't talked to in weeks on the app just to see if they're worth, it's almost like it feels like it's kind of like when you're hungry and you don't have anything in the fridge but you just keep going back. Yes. So you go over and you're like, too old. And you're like, I'm not in the mood for Italian. You know what? I'm just going to order Chinese. It's so silly. So I recently saw in the news that this is true, a 6-year-old shot his teacher in school. I can't remember where in the country. Woo! Yeah! Fuck sounding out words. Okay. No, I think it's crazy that a 6-year-old would do that, I like to think about what he must have said right before he did it, because when I was 6, I'd seen a lot of movies, so I probably would have tried to say some slick shit, Tell me to sound out that word one more time. One more time. Tell me, what color do you bleed? Crayon red? I told you for the last time, I don't like green eggs and ham. I gotta commit. It'll be worth it one day. No, I just think that's crazy. And then guess who got in trouble? The principal got in trouble because someone reported a 6-year-old with a gun and she didn't believe it. But who would believe that a 6-year-old has a gun? I would never believe that a 6-year-old has a gun. I'd be more likely, I couldn't even convince my teachers that another kid was running with scissors. I get smacked upside the head, because I'm a fucking tattletale. Who's going to buy that a 6-year-old is packing? I think what the whole, situation taught me is that, guns don't kill people, 6-year-olds kill people. That's silly. Shoot, I didn't. Oh, so I recently discovered I'm actually pretty good at accents and voices, and I discovered that I can do a really spot-on Elmo impression. I'm not kidding. I really can. Do you guys want to hear it? Hear my Elmo impression?
Hello, this is my Elmo voice.
Oh my God.
And I'm this many years old.
I don't know where that. I didn't practice it. I didn't. I just found out I can do that. And I don't know. Like who? Just like how does Elmo come up? I don't know, man. But I don't. I do it a lot on first dates. I don't know why. I just feel like it's a fun thing to tell a girl on a first date. If a girl can't handle me at my Elmo, she doesn't deserve me at whatever other accent I'm about to do. She doesn't deserve me at my French accent. Is what I'm trying to say. She can't handle me at my Elmo. No, you guys want to hear my impression of Elmo robbing a bank?
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go.
Hello, I'd like to make a deposit. Put the money in the bag! I said, put the money in the bag.
Stupid. I had my phone sends automatic messages for me. Like Google will be like, would you like to send a reply, right? And it'll automatically send a reply for me. And someone sent me a message, and I said, tell them to say sounds good. And it said, and I looked back on the message, it said sound good, period. Why the period? Like that's so awkward. Doesn't that sound terrible? Doesn't it sound like I sound insane when you put sounds good exclamation mark. That's fine. Sound good with nothing after it. Sounds good with a period after. Sounds like I hate them. I hate that that's the automatic thing. Thank you. So my last name, my whole name kind of sucks because, so my last name is Aslay, and it's Turkish. My grandfather, before he came over to America, it's pronounced Aslay, and then when he came over to America, he changed the pronunciation to Aslay, and then shortly after, my middle school friends changed it to Aslay. And my first name is Colin, which is really fucking close to colon. So, the best one I've heard is colon ass play. All right, some people think their first name sounds like shit. Some people think their last name sounds like shit. My whole name is shit. All right. It's more of a fun observation than funny. Let's see. Oh, so I started taking this new ADHD medication called Strattera. Woo! Bop, bop, bop. So it's a weird kind of medication because it makes you hornier, but it makes it painful to orgasm.
Oh.
I've been playing a lot of losing battles, to say the least. It's quite possibly the hardest tug of war I've ever had at tug of war. Okay. It's a hard decision when you have to figure out should I pay attention? Do I want to pay attention or do I want to finish? I don't know. All right, guys, that's my time. Thank you very much. Let's bring up our wonderful Sunda. You can find me at Colin_comedy on Instagram. Thank you very much.
Great, I didn't have to tell you. What's that red thing on your
My recorder.
Oh, is that what it is?
It's like a lab mode.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
I need one of those. Instead of the implants. All right, so I know. When you go for a mammogram and they say if you had implants, you're like, I got to go to a new place because I should get my money back. I had an interesting experience. I'm going to bring up. I had a friend of mine who's watching the show, and it was interesting because she's very American. I'm going to put this. She's black, but she married. She's African American, but she married an African American. You know what I'm saying? So she married African American. And it's funny, like when black people take on this whole African thing, and you're like, I've never seen a real African wear that. I was thinking about that. Like you should be coming out wrapped up because you're Syrian and screaming. right? That's what they do when they're just saying hello.
Yeah.
And the food when you don't eat it. You got to the Syrian people don't talk about out here. And that's why I think it's good if we tell more about, I mean, besides war. You know what I'm saying? But like, think about the food. Think about how they react when you don't eat. I just think that Syrians are like, they're on 10. When you go to a Syrian house and you don't eat, they would just go nuts for some reason. But you're going to go nuts for this next comedian. Because he's really one of LA's personal favorites, the one and only Anya.
Anya, come on.
Come on now.
That was good, people. How's it going? Let's get into it. I feel like every time I'm gone for a while and I come back, it's like it's been a minute. I don't know. It's not like I'm doing it on purpose. Trust me. The weeks just be going by, bruh. The weeks be going by. Did y'all hear about what happened to Diddy? Yeah. Or like what they're accusing Diddy of doing? The accusations. That shit is crazy, bro. Like, and what's even crazier is like the headlines have been so catchy. Like they've really been in their bag. Like the whole Diddy do it, but they just put like Diddy do it, and I was like, that's so clever. Like they was really in their bag. Like there was ever a time to be like a copywriter. It was like when that shit went down. Like everybody got so clever. Like who's gonna have the best? And everyone was like, I don't know. I feel like the Diddy situation low key divided some of the black community, because some people were just like, oh, they're trying to take another black man down. And then some people are like, oh, you know, the accusations are pretty bad if you read all 72 pages. It's fucking 72 pages of the shit. I don't even got to read it. That's a lot of evidence. I don't even, like, even if it was lies, like, that's 72 pages of lies. Like, they was in their bag for real. Like, you got to give them some credit. Believe it a little bit. I don't know. I felt like people were judging me because I was just retweeting everything. You know, I really played no side in it. I was like, I didn't pick, you know, whether or not, you know, did he do it or not. I didn't decide. But I don't know. The homie called me out for it. He was like, "Oh, Anya, I can't believe you. Like, you see all this going on, and they're all online roasting Diddy, and you're just laughing. Like, is this funny to you?" And I'm like, "Yes, because if it was me, Diddy would be laughing." Like, I'm like, I feel like there's no connection between me and this man. I don't know. I just feel like I have to play this role because I know if it was me, that everyone else would be playing that role. Like, it's like I'm not there yet. It's like people always say, like, treat others as you would like to be treated. True, but treat everything as if it's not you. Sometimes it could be you. I'm working on that one, but it's gonna make sense when I figure. You know what I mean, though. Just laugh. Just laugh. Retweet. Move. It's a fucking app. We're on X, bro. We're on a letter, bro. Leave us alone. Brad, one of my friends, he was getting mad. My friends are always arguing online. That's why I'm just on there just retweeting whatever all the time, just sparking the shit. But some lady like went on this balloon pop show where it's like this thing. It's like called like usually it's like 20 versus 1, I guess. But they'll have like one girl come out, and then like 20 guys are holding a balloon. And then, like, if you either don't like what she looks like or what she says, you pop your balloon and kind of eliminate yourself from, like, the contention of going out on a date with her. And, like, this one girl came in, and she was pretty tall, and some dudes just kind of popped they balloon off her being tall. And the homie was like, it's great. It's wild, because it's like she looked good, but she was just, like, she was a cool 6'4". Like, she was up there, but I'm like, I don't know, like, personally, like, I know what I bring to the gene pool, and if I want to have NBA babies, that might be the route. Like, I'm not only am I not 6 foot, I'm not 6 foot with knee pain. Like, it's like, I gotta give him a chance. I gotta give the next generation, like, just like I gotta give him a chance to make the league. Like, even with work ethic, it's gonna be hard. Like, you feel me? At the height that I'm at, like it's gonna be tough. But I feel like, yo, mom's is like 6'4". Okay, now we talking. All right, now you might just get off the coach already looking at you like, you hoop, you play ball somewhere. Like, if you at that height, it's just a different lifestyle. Like, when I close my eyes and envision, you know, the NBA people calling out like, at small forward, 6'9", Anya, son. You know, it's like that's all I envision. But his mom's got to be tall for that to happen. It's not on us at this point. Like, and I be smoking weed sometimes. It's already hard for him. You know, I'm gonna have to not be around a little bit to really put that fire in him. You know, I don't know. That might be messed up, but a lot of the greats, you know, did not have a father figure. So, you know, I got to kind of decide the type of lifestyle I want to, you know, play in that life. You guys, you got to think big, man. Y'all not thinking NBA dreams. I'm thinking what's going to get him there. You feel me? He's fighting for us. You was talking about billboards, bro. If you ever drive on, I don't know freeways, so I'm not going to say any freeway specifically, but on a specific freeway, there's an actual billboard that's upside down. Have you guys ever seen the upside down accidents? Yeah, it's like call whoever. I don't know. It's not Jacob. It's one of the other ones. You know Jacob. You know, everybody know Jacob. Jacob run LA. He's a mob boss. He has way too many billboards. Like, he got a billboard over here, over there. I'm like, dude, 2 billboards on the same side? Like, it's insane. But there's one that's like upside down. And at first I was like, why do they have it upside down? And then I found out it was like, oh, because if you're in an accident and your car flips over, you look out, it's right side up. And I'm like, if my car flips the fuck over, I'm not deciding based on who is aligned with my vision in that moment. Like, there's bigger problems at hand. Like, I'm not, no, what, yep, this one. Call this one because it's the right way. Like, what? Why are you predicting my downfall? Now I'm blaming you. Like, fuck this nigga. Because had his sign been regular, I would have balanced out. But life, it's some karmic. Somebody got some karma. I don't know, bro. It's been a minute, bro. I don't know where time be going, bro. I just be working, dog. It's like, if you're like, and I'm working because, like, unemployment is chasing me. Like, I don't know if you guys know what that means, but it's like, when you work a seasonal job and you work at a school, bro, summer is like, it's like desert wasteland. Like, there is no work in the summer, bro. So, if, like, every time I'm at work, people are like, damn, you working again? I'm like, yes! There's not going to be work soon. It's like when, you ever read the Bible? And there's like, look, we're getting extra deep. It's like when Noah was telling everybody that there's about to be a flood. And everybody's like, nah, it's totally cool right now. Like, you're eating out. You got money. I'm like, no, I'm going to be broke soon, y'all. I'm going to be broke soon. It's on the way. I can see it. God told me. I'm not going to say I'm broke, though. Y'all know I don't say that. We gotta stick to the TFD. We gotta keep that because that's just strong, and there's actually real power in that. Because so I said that recently, and some of my friends from church like heard it. It's like she was like, "Oh, that's really powerful. The T is so powerful." Now, if you don't know what TFD is, it means you're temporarily financially disabled. It's what you could say instead of being broke. But that T is, man, temporary. It's like temporary is. It just depends on the scope of life you're looking at because like. You feel me? Because, like, temporary is like, oh, yeah, I was only down bad for a year, but now it's been 50 years since down. Okay, that's temporary. But in the moment, that temporary feels like infinity-ary. I don't know. It feels like it's going on for a little too damn long. I don't know. But we fighting it. We running from it. Running and jumping from it. For people who don't know, I'm on a trampoline dunk team. So running and jumping has been a big part of my life recently. Running, jumping off a trampoline. It's quite the job. Sometimes we have like morning rehearsal at like 7 a.m. and we got to be at the arena at 7 a.m. And waking up in the morning at like 5 a.m. or 5:30 and then getting ready and then going to the arena, driving in LA traffic. That's way too early for there even to be traffic, but there's traffic because it's LA. And then you're just like mentally in your head like what am I doing this for? And then you get to your destination and there's somebody in a bird costume yelling at you to run and jump off a trampoline. I'm like, I have a master's degree, bro. How did we get here? 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 Like every thought coming through my head, bro. How did we get here? But we're here, man. We're here. Just keep running and jumping, guys. Just there's a metaphor. There's something positive in there. I'm sure. If you look at it in the grand scheme of temporary jump run. As I said, a lot of words, guys. Just please, there had to be something in there for you. But thank you guys so much for the time. I'm Anye West. It's ONYEWST. Some people think that's my real name. I need to stop saying I'm Anye West. You say I'm Anye. My Instagram is Anye West. ONYEWST. Because people really think that's my last name. People don't even know Anye is my nickname. I'm like, bro, I have a whole ass name. I have like 9 more letters, bro. Nigerian as fuck. And my full name, just say it. My whole government. My social too. Should I give it all out? No. Yeah, it's Anya Kachi. It's my full name. Honestly, I did take Japanese for a year. I got a C, didn't take an F. All right, let's get out of here, though. Shout out to Sunda for having this space. Let's clap it up for her when she makes her way back to this stage. Yeah.
It's gonna take that long, huh? Which is funny because you never know if they're Nigerian or Japanese. There's that little kachi-kachi's on the side. We're going to be rolling down the river. Let's give it up for the one and only Rolanda. Let her hear you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this. Oh, I'm here. You know what? Yeah. You're going to be like Holland. Hey, y'all. Cinder, thank you so much. Yes. Thank you so much. It's so much fun. So I think I have come to the realization that I have a girl crush. I have a girl crush on Beyonce. I mean, I am in love with this woman. I went out and even got me a blonde wig. That's how much I love my Beyonce. I mean, you know, if Beyonce asked me out on a date, I would go. I would date Beyonce. I would use a lesbian day pass because I'm a straight woman, but I would go out with Beyonce. I would do it. And if things got hot and heavy, well, I really wouldn't know what to do. But I think I could probably figure it out. Yes, I would date Beyonce. Listen, let me tell you something. Dating Beyonce and dating guys in LA, two things they have in one thing they have in common. They'll probably never happen. I've been waiting around for Mr. Right for so long, I've become the man I wanted to marry. And if you think about it, it's kind of true. Because I do all the things around my house I think a good man needs to be doing right now. Like paying a mortgage. Walking the dog and checking out those creepy sounds at night. You know, taking out the trash, guy stuff. I mean, I'm the one who like goes out and buys me delicious lingerie. I'm the one who takes me on delicious romantic dinners and buys me a bottle of wine. I'm the one who takes me on exotic vacations. I'm even the one who has great sex with myself. And you know why that sex is so great? Because I listen. And I take my time. I got that 20 minutes of foreplay down pat. Just like a good man would do. I mean, I had such great sex with myself one time. I went out and bought me some jewelry and a new car. Just like a good man would do. Looks like I'm Mr. Right for right now, and I'm a bad motherfucker, too. I just want you to know. But I'm not giving up hope. I know I'm a woman of a certain age, but I am not giving up hope. I'm keeping hope alive. Yes, we're on the dating sites too. This young man is looking at me like I've lost my fucking mind. He's got the smile on his face, but like, she dates? Yes, and we have sex too. Can you believe it? Your grandmother has sex. Your grandmother is probably on Tinder right now. Your grandmama is so happy you out tonight because she's on Twitter, Tinder, one of them, swiping left and right. You know, grandma's keeping it tight. We have sex too. I know, just close your eyes and imagine it. He's like, there's no way. This young man is like, Auntie Ro, where are you going with this? Listen, we do the same things y'all do, just a whole lot slower. And our legs a whole lot lower. Listen, you can't jerk that leg up like you used to. Because, honey, that sciatica will show up and kick your ass for 3 weeks. And let me tell you this. Don't be trying those little moves that we used to when we were young. Remember when you used to throw your legs behind your ears like a you were sitting there like a smorgasbord? You can't do that anymore because you will suffocate yourself. By this age, you got the fupa working, you got the middle pause or midriff thing. What do they call it? The muffin top. Never had a muffin in my life, and now I got to live with a muffin top for the rest of it. You get upside down and try getting sexy. You will choke yourself. All of that flesh will come. You'll be killing yourself. You died of your own suffocation. Suffocated by a fupa. Man, that is something else. But I will tell you this. I am on the dating site. There is a dating site for us. Frisky folks over 50, still sexy over 60, and still want sex over 70. So I'm on this site. It's called Our Time. And you know why they call it that? Because our time's almost up. We're almost out of time. But anyway, I went on this site and I went out with this guy. He advertised on his little profile picture that he was sexy over 70. And I'm like, sexy over 70? And his picture did look kind of cute, but I had to check it out in person. So I go out with this guy. Do you know I had to slap this old geezer 3 times? I thought he was dead. I was like, Harry, how are we going to get through a life together? You can't even get through the appetizer. You got to check these guys out. Check them. And see, let me tell you something. At my age, look, I was ghosted by a 70-year-old. Some things never change. They do the same things. They cheat on you. They stand you up. They ghost you at 70 and still leave the toilet seat up. Some things never fucking change. Okay? Let me just say. So the guy who ghosts me, that really worries you at this age. Because that motherfucker could be dead. Okay. When you don't see a date at this age for 7 days, it could be the real ghost busting. I mean, you could die. They could be dead. So you have to be a little gentle. Went out with another one. We're sitting at a romantic dinner. He says, wow, you're really pretty. You know what I like most about you? I said, what? He said, your teeth. You actually have yours. I'm like, what the fuck did you just say? When did this shift happen, people? When did this shift happen? When teeth on a date are more important than tits. When did that happen? And I'm going to tell you something. All this online dating. See, I come from a generation where we met people on Earth. Okay. All this cyber date. It took me 4 weeks to figure out who Real Romeo Ready for Romance 24/7's real name was. The only thing I like about this online dating is that there is something for everybody. Like I said, there's Our Time. There's glutenfreedating.com. Yeah. There you go. They got that for you. They've got blackpeoplemeet.com. They've got Amish people meet, farmhands meet, fat people, little people. Anything you want is up there online. But I will say this, though, for the older people in here who are online. Well, you. I'm putting you up here with me. Let me tell you something. I don't know if you're online, but if you are, can I give you some suggestions for the, those profiles? Why are guys always holding fish? What is that about? I don't understand that. They're always holding a freaking fish. Or having their dog licking them in the mouth. Like, I want to go out with you after I see a picture of a dog licking you in the mouth. And see, when you get my age, then they sit up there with a bunch of little babies. They're grandchildren. Baby, do not show me babies in a profile for dating. If I didn't have my own babies, I definitely don't want your babies' babies. Okay? Get the babies out the picture. Here's another thing. No women in your pictures. I don't care who she is. I don't care if she's your secretary, she's the lady from the church, your ex-wife you still talk to, your daughter. No bitches in your pictures. I mean, it really. Look, okay. I was a cougar once. Well, twice. Okay, maybe 3 times. I tried that. And I learned my lesson real quick when I moved one of them in and found out I had blouses older than him. Yeah, it was rough. It was real cute when he moved in. The first thing he did was he changed his Facebook status to retired. It's like, how did I go from being a hot cougar to feeling like a saber-toothed tiger with a credit card? I mean, just somebody tell me. When did that shift happen? When did that shift happen? Anyway, I'm back in New York. I moved back to New York, and I've got to tell you, it is a joy to be back in New York. But Uber has changed a lot of the flavor of the city. Because I'm just getting off the plane, and the first thing you hear is a yellow cabbie yelling, "Fuck you!" Yeah. Because that's like, good morning. You know, that's like, oh, I'm home. Good morning to you, too. Because fuck you in New York means good morning. Here in LA, good morning means fuck you. I mean, LA, you got to read the subtitles, man. This is one fake-ass joint. Let me just tell you. I mean, but you have to understand that most of the people come here to be somebody else. That's the whole Hollywood syndrome. The earthquakes, the mudslides, the Santa Ana winds, the wildfires, all that shit's real. It's most of the people who are all fake. Went out with lunch with a girl the other day. She came in scowling. I said, "What's wrong with you?" She said, "My Botox doctor fucked up my smile." I said, "Oh, come on. It can't be that bad. Go on, smile. Let me see it." She said, "I am smiling." Can't trust nobody. And all here, there are too many skinny people. You can't trust skinny people. I saw one girl so skinny she turned to the side, stuck out her tongue, and looked like a zipper. It's because all this vegan stuff y'all are doing. You know, back in my day, we said, shut the fuck up and eat that. Now it's like, is it vegan? Is it vegan? You go to the restaurant, all you do is see these little skinny girls running around like, excuse me, is that gluten? Is it gluten-free? Is it gluten-free? Is that gluten-free? Oh, excuse me, is this gluten-free? Is it gluten-free? Is it gluten-free? I said, bitch, before you suck dick, do you ask if it's gluten-free? Shut up with the gluten-free. But I did go organic. I will say this, that LA did teach me to eat a little bit better. I've gone organic. I called my mother in North Carolina and I said, "Ma, I've gone organic. I'm eating organic collard greens now." She said, "Well, that's good, baby. You got an organic ham hock to go with it?" You can't win. You can't win. Okay, is that my time? Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Fun.
Hey, man, listen. This is our time, farmer's time.
Farmer's time.
You have fun?
Yes.
Great little place. Great little place.
Give it up for Rolly. Okay, now we have the one and only producer of the mix in, I was going to say the Philippines. I am so tired, Patty. I am so sorry that I said that live.
That's okay.
But you know what? We might open a club in the Philippines.
It could happen.
It could happen. But I don't hear it. You have to take an Addy for this guy. Can I hear it up? Where is it? Give it up for Patty. Patty, come on, let's do this.
Patty, 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 Patty.
Give me some more of this energy. This is off the fucking charts. It's true. Here's what I want to tell you. Rolanda was right. She was telling you all the fucking truth. At some point, sexually, your demands, what is realistic and unrealistic, fucking changes. It changes, and it's good. You know, just for the record, I'm a tits rather than teeth guy. I go with the tits. But let me tell you, the lack of teeth can be delightful. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. And the truth is, you know, you were looking at me like I'm on the apps. I would be on the apps, but it would upset my wife. She would not be very happy, you know, if I were on the apps. She would, because she's like, here's the thing, like you, I'm going to say something, you guys seem like a decent girl. You're a very hot, sexy woman. Oh. I mean, am I right? How fucking hot. And you really are interested. You are interested in the sexual aspects of your own being. My wife is cutting down on sexual positions. 31 years of marriage. Thank you. Stop it. She's cut down to just three. Three, which is fine, I suppose, but two of them don't involve me at all. So, and it makes me wonder why I pay for these private. It makes me wonder. And here's the thing. I'm pro-woman. Give it up for the women. Come on, man. Give it up for the women. We've got some women here tonight. And I'll say this. My therapist, by the way, I've been in therapy now for a little while. My therapist is a woman. I insist on a woman therapist, not because of anything sexual, but because I can pay her 28% less. And my therapist, I knew I would get a that one. She had the nerve. She had the nerve. She say, Trezza, do you know what she had the nerve to say to me? She referred to me as clinically depressed because I fall asleep when I eat pussy. First of all, if you've ever eaten pussy, raise your hand. Okay, good. It's hard work. Sometimes I need a nap. I need to take a fucking little nap down there. I'll make the circles littler. Give me a second. I'll make the little circles. I need to regroup, rest, and regroup. And the thing is, like now, the vagina of today is different than when I started being frisky and doing my thing. It was the demands on the modern vagina are off the charts. You know what I mean? I'm just going to tell you. I first crossed over into that wonderful territory in 1979. It was a Wednesday, October 3rd, and it was Colleen Kilcunnick. Colleen Kilcunnick. She was a ginger, and it took me a long time. Irish Catholic. It took me a long time to get those pants off. 6 months to get those pants off. And when I did, it looked like she had Carrot Top in a scissor lock. I'm just telling you. I came up in the Bush era. Not the Bush administration. That came way later. I'm talking about the era of the Bush. You could rest. It was like a little pillow. You could rest for a little while. Now there are a lot of demands made on the female. Like I don't even. Here's the thing. I don't like the word vagina. It's abrupt. Vagina is the usted to pussies too. Because right. Vagina is one you're not familiar with. Once you're familiar with it, it's a pussy. It's two. You can use the familiar term. Am I right? Here's what I found out. Rolanda, you tell me what you think of this. These young fellas, these young folks, these young people, they get their idea of what sweet, sweet love making is from porn. And it is not fucking like that at all. It's not. That's the whole reason you guys are so fastidious about your downstairs grooming. More than any other generation in history. You guys are very concerned with the downstairs grooming. And it's because of your exposure to porn. To porn. It's not real. Like do you ever see these gangbangs? It popped up on my computer. I'm not looking for it. Just popped up out of nowhere. But what happened to Baby That Feels Good? One of these gangbangs popped up out of nowhere, okay? And they're all being mean to the girl. And by the way, women, original multitaskers. I mean, how about that? It's like, here she is working, and they're like, you like that, don't you? And smacking her. How about a little, hey, well done. Job, well done. Very good. It's like, it's all mean. It's not like true lovemaking. I remember when I made love to Colleen Kilcunnick. She's one of these women whose orgasm could be a mystery. You're like, did you come? And she goes, I was gonna, but you moved. Apparently I was almost there. But I did something fucking wrong. And the truth is, like, look, I come from south side of Chicago. It's 80% black where I come from. Okay, so I've been given an N-word pass in the past. I decline it. I'm honored, but no thank you. No thank you. But one was a sexual N-word pass. So, you familiar with this thing, the sexual N-word pass? It's been talked about before. Where I was called a racial slur and had my nose broken both at the same time. I was eating pussy. And at that high point, she called me. She was qualified to use the word. Maybe I should clarify that. This has gone off a bad rail. This has gone off a bad rail. But this particular woman, her orgasm was not a mystery. Everybody knew when she came. She was a very loud. Yeah. Wow. Where do we go from here, baby? I'll tell you where. Look, I think it was American comedic genius and child bridegroom Woody Allen who said, if God hates pedophilia so much, why did he make stepchildren so hot? I believe that was him. And I say that to say this. Here's the deal. Do you know that Woody Allen just got the Roman Polanski badge? at the Venice Film Festival in Italy. But why are we surprised that these types of people are attracted to positions that gives them access to these? Right? Am I right? Like if you meet a guy and they're like, oh, he's so good with kids, run. Like right now, you guys don't know it. Some of you know I was an Eagle Scout. And right now I am wearing my Eagle Scout thong, which my Scoutmaster knitted for me himself. It's a little itchy, but it still fits. But what my point is, here's a 42-year-old man with no apparent significant other whose leisure time is spent every weekend in the woods with 9 to 14-year-old boys. Are we fucking surprised?
Shocked.
Are we? Well, listen, I had you for a while, but this one a rue in the midst. But that's okay. I don't care. I'm happy. I'm a happy man. I'm happy to be here tonight. I really am. Oh, by the way, I've got a GoFundMe up to continue looking for the real killers now that OJ has passed. Yeah, I've got my GoFundMe up. You guys want to? I'm going to keep that going. I'm going to keep looking for the real killers. Wow! Wow, how about that? Hey, by the way, give it up for Colin. Yes. Colin, I'll slide. His grandma be fucking. Am I right? She could be fucking right now. You think she is?
In heaven. How does that look?
Probably not.
Well, it's times like this that the devil thinks about to maintain his erection. I think so. Yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I've really had a lot of fun. You guys have been fantastic, and give me a round of applause while you're there. Go ahead. Give me a round of applause. Show me a little love. This was part stand-up comedy, part intervention. So please bear with me. I'm Paddy, PADDYFORCOMEDY. I book Wednesday nights at the Mix in Pasadena, so hit me up. And let's keep it going for your mistress on this island of misfit toys. Give it up for Sunda Kroonquist. Come on, baby.
Tell me, Scoutmaster, on my honor, I will try to do my duty to God and my country to help other people at all times and obey the Boy Scout laws.
On my honor, I'll do my best to help the Girl Scouts get undressed.
Oh my God! Hail Mary, full of grace, bless my boyfriend's ugly face.
Oh!
Oh my God, this is terrible for me to be doing those kinds of jokes. I want to thank everybody who tuned in tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And remember, people tell you you're funny. You probably are. And if you want to be a comic, you know where to find us at the LA School of Comedy. And there's only one. My name is Sunda Kroonquist. Thank you, Jason Ham. Thank you, Cece. And thank you, everyone, for being here. Good night.